Hey, what's up? I'm Rafael di Furia, aka Rafi D is me, back at it again, and let's get into it. Big shout out to OMG Whitney. I just wanted to say thank you so much for retweeting my videos and commenting on my videos. And I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Dax Presuto for asking this question on one of my videos. Can you explain what the Codice Fiscale is that you mentioned? Where can I get it prior to arrival? Thanks, I've subscribed. Well, firstly, Dax, thanks for subscribing. This video will have information for both people from the EU and not from the EU. And also those of you who were like me and are of Italian descent, did the whole Jure Sanguinis thing, and are wanting to come back here and get a Codice Fiscale. This is just the information that I know based on how I got my Codice Fiscale, as well as some research that I've done. Also, before we get deeper into the video, if you could subscribe and hit the notification bell and give this video a like, I would really appreciate that, as it does help the channel grow. Alright, so down to brass tacks, or Italian tax in this matter. For those of you who don't know, what is the Codice Fiscale, the Italian fiscal code? For those of you from the US, you could basically compare it to a social security number, but on steroids. But for those of you who have done some research already, I'm sure you found these online generators. Do not use them, they are illegal to use, and you can get in some big trouble. Yes, these generators can give you the correct Codice Fiscale. If you give the wrong Codice Fiscale, one, you can get in trouble anyway, but on the extremely rare chance that you happen to get somebody else's Codice Fiscale, you can get in even more trouble. So only get a Codice Fiscale through official means. If you're only coming here on vacation, you don't need it, but if you are planning to spend time here, it is very much worth getting one if you are legally entitled to one. I wouldn't say you use it every day, however, I do find myself needing to pull out my Codice Fiscale quite often. You get asked for it almost left and right. And unlike the American Social Security card, which is a paper, flimsy card that you just kind of file away and more or less forget about, other than once a year, the Codice Fiscale actually comes on a plastic card. It comes in one of two ways. It comes either on a green card or a blue card. The green card is just the Codice Fiscale, but if you get the blue healthcare card, that has your Codice Fiscale on it. Your Codice Fiscale is tied into the medical services here. But the Codice Fiscale itself is a 16-character alphanumeric code. The code is based on your name, your birthplace, your birth date, your sex, and also a random, uniquely identifying character that is specific to you. But what are some examples of when you actually need this code? You need it if you want to rent a home, an apartment, or if you want to buy a car here, but let's be real, this is Italy. You came here for a Vespa. But if you do want to purchase a vehicle while you are here in Italy, as far as I'm aware, you do need an Italian license for that. Or if you would like to get mobile phone service while you're here, if you want to get a contract, they are so much cheaper than getting prepaid. Very much worth it, but it depends on what your needs are. And if you're curious to hear more information about getting mobile phone service while you're here in Italy, be sure to check out that card that should be popping up in the corner right now, or if you don't see it, check down in the more info section below. Or another case where you would need one, a bank account, because yes, fiscal code means money. Banking, money, money, bank, finances. Hey, is logical, no? Or if you're wanting to work while you're here in Italy, you absolutely need a Codice Fiscale. But we'll be talking about finding work here in Italy in an upcoming video, so be sure that you're subscribed for that with the notification bell turned on so that you know when the video comes out. Or if you would like to join a rewards program, for example, a supermarket or an electronics store, or for some large purchases, they will ask for your Codice Fiscale. I believe it's for the warranty. Or if you would like to get a home phone, home internet, any sort of utilities, you need a Codice Fiscale. Or even shopping online, there are some retailers who do ask you for your Codice Fiscale. I have heard that even if you want to buy tickets to a concert online, you will need your Codice Fiscale. But how do you actually get the Codice Fiscale? Well, this depends on whether you're a European citizen or you're from someplace else in the world. Firstly, we'll quickly talk about the process for people who are not European citizens, then afterwards we'll talk about how European citizens do it. So if you have European citizenship, stick around for a sec, we're just going to quickly go over this process first. This is the one part that I haven't actually personally done, so I'm going to have to read that. You know when the glasses come out, some serious business. So to get a Codice Fiscale, you'll either have to go to the single desk for immigration, la sportelli unici per l'immigrazione, if you're coming here for employment or family reunification, or you go to the questura, the police headquarters, if you require a residency permit or you're needing to renew your residency permit. For any other purposes, you just go straight to the Agenzia delle Entrate. But to get the Codice Fiscale, you'll need one of the following: your passport with your visa in it, and I believe you will also need copies of both the passport, front and back, plus the identity page, plus your visa page. It's good to have those copies just in case, but regardless whether you need them or not for this process, it's always good to have a copy. Another option, a certificate of identity issued by any consular authorities or diplomatic authorities from the country of your nationality, with a photo and a valid residency permit, permesso di soggiorno, and an ID from the municipality where you reside. But on to EU citizens and Italian citizens who are applying for the Codice Fiscale here in Italy. But if you're wanting to get the Codice Fiscale from outside of Italy, we'll be talking about that in a sec. I personally would recommend, if you can, get the Codice Fiscale before you arrive in Italy. It will take care of so many potential headaches. But quickly, what is the Agenzia delle Entrate? This is just the Italian revenue service. They're basically in charge of anything to do with taxes, just like the IRS back in the States. But for recently recognized Italians, all other Italians, and all other European citizens, you just go to the Agenzia delle Entrate. You just show them your European ID or valid passport, but make sure that you bring them a copy of that as well, and you just fill in the form, and they should give you the codice on the spot. However, you will need an address to give them for where they can send the physical card. This doesn't necessarily need to be your permanent address. However, this should be an address where you can actually receive mail. I've heard that technically you could even use a friend, or if you are going to be there long enough, an AirBNB, but remember, it could take a few weeks, maybe a month. But getting the Codice Fiscale here in Italy is probably one of the easier things that you can do. It depends on how long you have to wait, but really you can get the Codice within a few minutes. But if you're an Italian citizen wanting to get the Codice Fiscale before you arrive so you can get off the plane and hit the ground running, in some places you can get the Codice Fiscale. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to get a Codice Fiscale at an Italian consulate outside of the European Union. However, based on my own personal experience and the experience of people I know, and what I've read people sharing online, is that yes, you can get it, but it depends. I've heard in the US there are some consulates who do and some consulates who don't. As I'm sure many of you know, different consulates operate with different rules. So you need to go onto the website of your consulate and see if they offer this, or you'll need to contact them directly. It may be possible that you get somebody who doesn't want to be bothered with doing the whole Codice Fiscale thing. However, it's not that difficult at all. You can get your Codice Fiscale on the spot. But in my case, and the case of somebody else who I know, when we each ordered them, it took about a month for the actual physical card to be delivered, even though we did have the code on the spot. The code is really the only thing that you need when you're doing the apartments. They don't necessarily need to see it. Some people may want to take a copy of it for the contract itself, but it's the most important that you actually have the code. That's the key to everything, is just the letters and the numbers. It may sound overly complicated, but trust me, it is not. It is really simple. And just also one thing to keep in mind is that there are many people who do walk around with their Codice Fiscale in their wallet, or if you're walking around with your medical card in your wallet, which you should, you'll have the Codice Fiscale on there as well, so you won't really have to worry about that, and if somebody asks you, just pull it out. Anyway, that's it for now, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe down below with the notification bell turned on, and please give the video a like, as it does help the channel grow. Anyway, I hope this helped at least a few of you out there, and as always, this is an open conversation, so if you have any questions, or if you have anything to say, feel free to leave a comment down below here on the YouTube player page, or feel free to send me a message over social media. And as always, I'm Rafael di Furia, aka Rafi D is me, and I'll see y'all next time. Later. Just want to say a quick thanks for watching and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and for more content like this, be sure to check out those videos right over there and subscribe right down there. At the airports. Yes, this is true. Got time to let me know? I just so happen to right now. I'm anxious about it for fear of ending up in, I'm just gonna say, Gmo.